Welcome to
Ricky's Family Fun Night.
You know, for the longest time, I thought Elliot Page actually played Ellie in The Last of Us. I actually thought that was her doing the voice and the character. But, you know, complete side note here. Have you guys played The Last of Us? Nobody?
No.
Nobody? Oh, I'm so alone.
The only one I know
Such a good
that,
game.
that Elliot Page did was he voiced a character. He voiced the main, and I forget the name of the lead character, in Beyond Two Souls, which was a Quantic Dream game from like 2013, like at the end of the PS3 life cycle. But I definitely, you could definitely tie like, you know, early 2010s Elliot to Ellie. I could buy that if I didn't know better, but I don't think it is him.
Mm-hmm.
This is me circling around to say I have no fucking idea who I would cast in Elliot Page's role. For whatever reason, and this is the wrestling nerd in me, and I don't know why I'm on this kick, but I don't know why, but I'm picturing Paul Heyman, the manager, as Jeff, because I was talking with my mother, because we're both huge wrestling fans, and nobody sells oh shit like Paul Heyman. Because he thinks he's so smug, and I've got this, and he's one of the best promos in the business. But when he's screwed, he sells it like no other.
I gotta be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about. I do not know wrestling.
I will have to send a clip, but there's a clip of he managed Brock Lesnar. Well, manages Brock Lesnar. And Brock versus The Rock, SummerSlam 2002. You know, Heyman's messing with The Rock outside of the ring, and Rock turns around and busts Heyman. And clear as day, the camera mic picks up, oh shit! Like, it was almost overdone, but it worked for Heyman because he's so smug and such, upstate New York prick that when he's gonna get his, it's so satisfying. So that's who I think I might put in the Jeff role, but for Haley, I have no frickin' idea because Elliot Page crushed it.
Changing gears a little bit, Shawn, you directed the movie Don't Fuck in the Woods. What other types of movies influenced that? We're totally changing gears.
That is totally changing gears. You were not wrong.
Sharp left. Oh yeah, you said this movie is a big influence on you, but what other kind of movies got you into filmmaking?
Wow. That was...
Just jerk the wheel.
Right. That was a...
I am new to hosting. Sorry.
No, that was great. I love that. Yeah, like this film definitely was like, after watching it, it was like, why the fuck haven't you tried this yet? Like, I had done a couple music videos at that point, and it's like, I grew up on films. Like, I was the product of a TV set being my babysitter as a child. So it was just so many films, and I was allowed to watch films that most kids shouldn't have been allowed to watch. You shouldn't see I Spit on Your Grave at like 7.
Oh shit.
Right. But at the same point in time, that is another movie that's very effective without score.
Yeah?
Look at that.
Very true.
Full circle right there. But I was a really big fan of just monster movies in general. Any of the Universal horror movies, Critters. To this day, I love Critters. Please, if anybody is watching this and can get me the rights to Critters or something, I would like to remake it Critters, but do it good, not like fucking Shudder or the one indie film that went straight to Walmart's. Just throwing it out there.
This might be the right way to do that.
Right. So,
wait, did you watch the newest one? Was it any good at all?
That's a no.
I'm assuming that's a no.
That's
the same about the Pet Cemetery.
When Critters 4 outdoes anything after that, you know there's a problem.
Now, which is better, Critters 4 or Leprechaun 4? Because I feel like those franchises have a lot in common in their deterioration over time.
Well, was 4 was in the hood?
4 was space.
Okay.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Leprechaun in the
Space.
Hood. Leprechaun in the Hood was the last good Leprechaun. Dude, Ice-T pulling a mini bat out of his afro. Hands down. Excellent movie.
Leprechaun 4 was better than Critters 4.
Oh wow.
For sure. I guess, and it's even the Critters 3 was probably, in my opinion, the last decent Critters movie. But the first two for me will never be, none of the films that have come out or the TV series, if that's what you want to call it, topped it. It's like I don't even remember what the last Critters movie was called. The only cool thing about it was that they had Dee Wallace in it as her character from the first one. So it's like, at least they nodded their little hat to that. But
Did you guys see the there's another Shudder one recently, because they're bringing back all these old franchises and now they're rebooting them on Shudder or just circling around and making a part 2 unofficially. Like
Right.
they did that for Leprechaun. They did that. They retconned everything after part 1 and did a unofficial part 2 with a new Leprechaun, I guess. Well, same character, different actor. And then they did Puppet Master, and then recently Castle Freak.
Aren't the new Halloweens like that too? They're like, forget everything after this, and then H2O, and then just focus on this new one now.
Well, Halloween is a magical franchise because it has so many splintered endings. Like, it can go off in many directions depending on which one you choose to follow.
I'm just kind of offended now because they should never recast Warwick Davis because he's still acting and he's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Warwick Davis.
well,
is
yeah, but they
wonderful.
couldn't afford him.
Okay, fair.
I mean, did you see that film? It was not like production quality.
So they'd be like, we can hire Warwick Davis, but he can't do magic. He's a very unmagical leprechaun. We can't afford magic.
Well, they can't do magic now because it's been written into his contract because he did it for the Harry Potter movies. Now it's just out.
Oh, shit. I forgot he was in Harry Potter.
He was in Harry Potter?
Flitwick, every time.
Oh, wow.
Him and
Oh,
makeup.
shit.
Welcome to makeup departments, man.
Shit, okay.
Trust me, I'm on Warwick Davis. I have this great idea for a video game where it's just different Warwick Davis characters fighting. I mean, clearly, Sean's a video game fan. He's wearing a Mario hat. I mean, I love it.
I love the hat.
See, I'm not like a new video game person. I try to be because my kids are, but it's
That's
really
fair.
bad when all I can get into is like fucking Minecraft because it's like Zen-like. I'm just gonna build me some shit.
Metroid's one of my favorites, and like the original, the first
Yes.
Metroid. So I get it.
I always like the storyline games. Those are the only ones I can really play. Is like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, all those games where.
You need your
pretty linear.
handheld to know where to go.
Ouch. That hurts me here. That hurts me here. Hurts me here.
I did get my oldest. It's one of the new Resident Evils, but it's
Resident
a
Evil.
remake.
Resident Evil 3.
Nemesis?
Nemesis is in it because
Yeah, Resident
We
Evil
got-
3
Sorry,
remake.
we got to a point where now we're stuck between going in this room or going in this room, and there ain't shit in either room, but Nemesis is right outside.
Hmm.
So
Game. Did you play the original Nemesis, though?
yeah, like back in the day, oh yeah.
I loved that game. The remake, not so much. They took all the best parts and somehow ruined it with better graphics.
Yeah.
That's how it starts.
Made his teeth too perfect. I don't know if you noticed Nemesis's teeth in this game, but they're like perfect rectangles. He has like chitlets for teeth.
You know, I will look for that next time I see this because a good buddy of mine's actually been doing speed runs of it and recently broke top 100. So
Oh, wow.
I will pay attention to the teeth the next time I'm watching one.
It's that kind of detail, Sean. It's that kind of detail we hire you for. We don't hire you. We don't pay you.
Going back to Hard Candy.
Okay, Sharp left.
I just have one question. What the hell does this movie have against Goldfrapp?
Goldfrapp.
The band.
That's the band.
That's actually a band.
Is
Yes,
that, I'm like,
that
that's
is
a
a
real
band.
band?
Yeah,
I've been sitting here trying to remember the name of the band because it's an actual band.
yeah.
Are they bad or
Hard
something?
I don't know that I've ever heard any of their music, but I like know of them. From,
Were
like
they
digging
like that
through
time
crates at like
Blink-182
finders and
or
shit,
something?
and then I'm like, what the fuck do these guys have against Goldfrapp? Like, who hurt you?
Electronic duo.
That's
I didn't really know
that's their one-armed man. They made this whole movie just to get back at Goldfrapp. Everything else was secondary.
I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you what, though. Like, there were moments, as I said, I hadn't probably watched this movie until, a couple days ago in 10 years. And it's just like, man, I didn't remember Amazon being a thing already back in 05, but there it was. Like, things that become part of your everyday life, you kind of forget where it started. And then you see something from like 15 years back and you're like, oh shit. Like, or as I mentioned on the pre-show, we were talking before our guest arrived and we really officially started. Hey, whatever we want to call it.
This is the Super Bowl, Lucas. He had a pre-show.
In the opening text messages, she's using squiggly lines, and I'm just like, e-girl using squiggly lines. It's still a thing 15 years later. Oh my god.
Okay,
like,
but
that's
hold
just
on.
Established.
Hold on, because that could not have been text messaging. That was fucking AOL Instant Messenger, and I will die on that hill. And
I know.
Dates the shit out of this movie.
Well, right. No, I'm agreeing with you.
The flip phone saved the movie.
But it's the fact that that's still
apparently.
E is electronic. It doesn't have to be a cell phone person.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
I understand.
Like message board. It's like, oh look, the young e-girl is using squiggly lines, and that's still a call out for young girls writing online. I'm like, how has that been a perpetual thing? Like, how is it just not evolved?
I don't get that reference at all, honestly. Like, what do you mean by squiggly lines? I didn't see that.
When she had the tongue out thing, and then it was like squiggly lines.
Hold on, let me see if I can find.
She adds them to a lot of
like
her texts
under the escape key.
Yeah, she adds them to a lot of her texts.
Oh, I see now.
Early in the movie, and like this is still a thing. Like if you're on a message board and you see that, that's kind of your cue to run because this person is probably not old enough that you should ever talk to them. But like the fact that that's still a thing, like for some reason, like young e-girls like that squiggly line. I don't know why.
I don't understand you kids' lingo these days.
Oh, literally,
lines,
there's somebody I watch on YouTube who literally puts out trolling videos where he pretends to be a young e-girl to catch predators and then just publishes their information online, just killing screen names.
Like Mecha Hansen.
What?
Wow.
Like
what?
Like Mecha Chris Hansen. He's like the next evolution.
Okay.
Not Mecha Hansen the band.
I was so confused. Like, wait, what? This went really weird places.
If I can share my screen for a minute, I have the bit with the chat.
How do I give you permission to do that?
Fuck if I know. Oh wait, share screen. It's literally host disabled, so you have to give me permission.
Okay, Lucas, you have my permission.
Neat. No, goddammit.
I know. 1 second.
I thought you would actually. Fuck.
Okay, I'm just gonna make you host for a second. There we go.
You're the host now.
We can edit around this.
Yes, but here, where she's got the little squiggles after like emojis or like.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find another one. I'm muted, so you won't have to click cut anything. Wait.
Also, I gotta point out this scene was super well done. This was the texting, like the suspense was building up. It was really good. This isn't technically dead air because I'm reading.
By the way, that whole part annoyed me as a female.
What's that?
That like the last 3 messages.
Oh,
where
yeah.
it's like, go shower now. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
All right.
As I said, like that whole opening sequence is just like
I would have been like, yeah,
I
fuck
hate
it.
this guy. I'm uncomfortable.
Lucas, give me back my powers.
I don't know how the fuck to do that.
Make me host. You know you want to. I have the 5 rings. Not on.
Make host.
There we
Change host to Chase Will. You're the host
Boom.
now.
I am your god now.
Do better.
No.
Do better.
2020 was my masterpiece, good sir.
Then I believe you are a devil, not a god. Change your title.
No.
Well, it depends on your perception of God.
This is going sharp left. Sean, I apologize.
Either way,
Hey,
it's false
can't-
advertising.
Look, I'm not saying I'm not the devil. All I'm saying is you're welcome for 2020. You don't appreciate it yet. You'll look back at 2020 and be like, that guy was the Picasso of years. That made no sense. I'm sorry.
No, really.
Whatever you're smoking, you need to share. That's all I'm saying.
This is a Bang e-vape. I found it at the gas station. It was really good.
Oh, what?
It's a
You-
Bang
Is that
energy.
an energy drink?
No, it's an
They
energy
make-
cigarette.
And by found at the gas station, are you referring like left in the gutter by a crackhead?
No. I mean, I bought it at the gas station. Sorry.
Did you put 75 cents in and it came out like a condom at the gas station, or?
I had to get it with a claw,
I'm
the
not
quarter in.
Respect.
gonna...
I'm sorry I asked.
All right, so back to the movie. Does anybody have any final thoughts on Hard Candy?
I think this movie deserves more love. I think it's been, somewhat forgotten about, 15, 16 years later. And yeah, upon revisiting it, I do think it's pretty brilliant. Deserves more love.
Robin?
I mean, it was definitely a good perspective into both. I really do like what she said too at the end. I am every girl you've like downloaded, watched, done anything to, like just very haunting.
Sean, what do you think?
Wait, Sean.
Oh. Sean with a W.
I already gave my final thoughts.
Oh,
Sean,
I didn't-
other Sean. No. I'm
Take two.
talking to Chase, not you, Sean. Sean, please go.
Jesus wept.
And I know why, motherfucker.
Yeah, it definitely. I don't I tell as many people as I can about this film, just because it's such a minimalistic film. I mean, the budget alone, this was made for, in Hollywood standards, next to nothing.
A small
Where it's
budget of
like-
$1 million.
Right. Like, but think about it. The Social Network was made for the same amount.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
So granted, I don't know how far apart those were, but I feel like, no, I didn't freeze. I froze. My feet didn't. Sorry.
Oh.
I feel like so much more just thought went in to what they did with Hard Candy, with the cinematography, like with the sound design, because it's like, I don't need to see this guy being castrated, but the way he's selling it and the way she's adding pressure, it's believable. Because as soon as I found out that he wasn't, I was like, literally, my balls wept while that was going on. I was like, oh, like, it doesn't matter if you numbed them or not. Like, you could still feel the pressure, I'm imagining. But yeah, that was just, whew.
Very uncomfortable movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
On so many levels.
Sorry, that was probably too much information about my balls. But my balls
Heard
do
worse.
have a nickname.
I don't know if I want to ask.
Now I have to.
But you do want to ask.
All right,
your
what are
balls?
you? What are they nicknamed?
The same thing as my Xbox username, the Krang.
The
I don't know why. I didn't make that name up. We can end that just right here. Probably for the best.
Okay,
If I had an HR person here, they'd be pissed.
Yeah, HR's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
Korean.
Like, thank God Chase is editing this, or otherwise that editor's head would just boom.
Oh, the balls are staying in.
As
Hey.
they should.
I
I
said it out
mean,
loud.
with the movie we're talking about, why not?
This is an exercise in less is more. Twitter got itself into a tizzy over the weekend about somebody made the comment like, look on Tubi and you can see that a lot of people make movies for nothing. And I watched this on Tubi. Like, there was this whole like diatribe that somebody had about like, quit telling people they can make movies on iPhones, quit telling people that they can do this. And it's like, fuck off. Yes, they can. And this is, if it's not Exhibit A, it's Exhibit B.
Yeah, I think Exhibit A is that, I can't even remember the name of the movie right now, but, you know, it stars Willem Dafoe and was shot on an iPhone. It was nominated for several Oscars. Don't tell people you can't make movies on an iPhone.
If Lady Gaga can make a music video on a fucking iPhone, Stupid Love was on an iPhone, then goddamn it, you can too.
Shawn, where can people find you and what do you have coming up?
That is another good segue. Sorry.
Lady Gaga, I didn't know how to transition from there.
No, it's perfect. He said he started with music videos. It works. It works.
It does.
Came full circle.
Well, I was just
got
wondering.
you.
I was like, man, I haven't been talking to them very long. Do they have a like microphone in here? Because we're working on some iPhone stuff. So I'm like,
Lucas,
what's up?
were you spying?
I ain't doing
Yeah.
shit.
Anyways,
I'm the one hosting the call chase.
The call is coming from inside your house. Oh, bad. All right, back to Shawn.
I'm everywhere. I'm on the internet. I just don't know any of those handles or the screen names. Shawn Burkett. I want to say Instagram. Actually, I think they're all just SM Burkett. Yeah. On the Twitter,
The Twitter. Oh my God, you just age yourself so much.
well, that's because nobody's here. Fuck it. My PR person told me I had to quit calling it the Twatter, so it's the Twitter now. Oh, is this like live out
No,
there?
no,
right
we're
now?
editing.
No.
Okay, cool. I got a couple days or so. Cool. Awesome. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. That's really all about I do. And then we have our website, conceptmediallc.com.
Which is celebrating its 10th anniversary, is it not?
It actually is. And we have a Indiegogo campaign for that.
Fuck yeah.
That I have been shamelessly pimping out there to the digital streets. Somebody called me the best digital panhandler ever the other day. Well, this was probably about a month ago. And I slightly like take offense to it, but at the same point in time, I'm going to wear it like a scarlet A on my shirt and just embrace it. Like, okay. It's fine.
You're trying. You're doing your thing.
Right.
That's
I
what
want to keep.
filmmaking is, isn't it? It's like getting the budget together.
That is the hardest part of filmmaking, is just getting a budget. So it's like, I don't care. I'm going to do 500 live videos a day if I need to. It's got to be really annoying because I'll send out personal messages via video and be like, hey, Jason, what are you doing? Why haven't you checked out the campaign? Like, don't get me wrong. In some states, I could probably get in trouble for what I do. But I don't, like, go sexual with it or anything. So
I think I just heard Shawn's PR person's head explode off in the distance.
Full Cronenberg, full video drum.
just went full scanner, just.
sorry, Dolores.
And Shawn, you have the sequel to Don't Fuck in the Woods coming out soon, don't you?
Yes, it has been finished for.
Too damn long.
Wow. It's been finished for a minute, probably 3 or 4 months, and we just signed a contract with Wild Eye Releasing to release it.
Nice.
So hopefully it is. I haven't had my sit down meeting with them to discuss when it can be released, but we're hoping summer. Because I hate it. It's like, okay, it's a horror movie, but it's set in summer. Let's not release it in the fall.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
just, come on.
Everyone's
So-
gotta get scared going camping.
Right. It's like, I've gone camping in the fall, but it's like,
Cold.
It's just more miserable in the fall. It's colder.
Right.
Rainy.
When the crane gets
and
cold.
Yeah.
Wet leaves.
it tucks up into its suit of armor. Sorry, somebody.
Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna wrap up there.
On that note,
Thank you everybody for joining us at Crypty's Family Fun Night. I'm Chase Will.
I'm Robin.
Sean.
I'm Lucas.
And I'm Shawn too.
And we will see you next week. Thank you guys. Bye.
I won.
Bye.